The internet gave everybody an extra ego. Those who are already egotistical have been pushed forward so much. You feel me? Because this thing called clout, and because this thing called the internet, where you can direct perspective. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You get to choose if you rich.
This is iLLANOiZE Radio with Biko, iLLANOiZE Jones, and Pretty Riot. Going down right now.
I'm your boy Biko alongside my host Pretty Riot and iLLANOiZE Jones, and as always we bring you all the illest guests from around the city and globe, and today we got Chimeka in the building.
Oh, y'all need that sound effect. Yeah.
Well,
he definitely got you in your ear.
You gotta get your Joe Budden on with the sound bites.
oh yeah, I don't got that. I just do it myself.
Right.
What's been going on, Slime? You ain't been up here in a minute.
Yeah.
I know. I've been in the background, like, minding my business, you know?
I feel like every time Kanye goes on some type of rant, you're here. Last time, wasn't Kanye ranting?
Because Kanye is my spirit animal. We connect on another level. That may very well be true. I believe it was. We talked about Kanye the last time.
Yes, we did. We did. That's crazy. That's why I'm like, wait, what the
Well, it look like she about to get her talk on. Look, she got some shit on her chest.
That she got to let off.
Nah, because DJ First Class already talked about, so I'm coming in here to act the fool. I'm not. We're going to keep it very kosher.
Oh, you saw the comment?
Yeah, yes, I did.
Okay.
You got to give them what they want.
Yeah,
All right. Now, sorry, what y'all got? What's up?
First, I mean, how you been since the last time, we had you up here?
I'm well, of course. Drop the secret EP, boop. Y'all got that sexy. It was the completion of Crazy Sexy Cool, a little trilogy for y'all. Finishing up the final phases of renovation in our clubhouse. Okay, that's location Chicago. Y'all check that out. It's the premier private clubhouse for the cool, calm, and collected amongst Chicago. Y'all more than welcome to come by. As a matter of fact, I was going to come and holler at y'all about hosting an after set for your party Monday. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that when we get done.
I hear that.
Okay.
All right. What else did I got on the box? I don't know.
Okay. Well, do you cook too?
I do cook.
Okay, we so cool. Fat skinny. That.
There you go. Okay, so Fat Friend, Skinny Friend is the second floor of location. So to break this down, location is a private membership club where you will be able to come and just relax, do your thing. To get a better understanding, we want to mirror that of like Soho, if y'all familiar. Mm-hmm. They're a private membership club, but I wanted to gear ours more towards Chicago culture. More comfortable for our people, because even though we are in Fulton Market and we are maybe a 5-minute walk from Soho, I wanted to have somewhere that it feels more welcoming for us. You know what I mean? Because at times, you might have the money to go play and pay to sit amongst those other colors, you know what I mean? But do you feel comfortable? Are they welcoming? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Can you efficiently work in the space without being thrown off mentally? You know what I mean? Right. So during the day at location, between the hours of 9 to 5 p.m., we operate as a shared workspace. You can come in with the membership, Wi-Fi, all of that. We got the Sonos surround sound, theater projectors, all of that. You do as you please, just as you would in let's say Starbucks, And then, of course, after 5, we allow the space to be accessed as a lounge for our members. So after 5, it goes down. The second floor facilitates as Fat Friend, Skinny Friend. That's my supper club. It's my little baby, because I always be at home cooking, and everybody be like, why you don't sell this? And, my guy was on my ass like, why you wasting time? You could be making money. All right, cool. Buy me a kitchen. Boom, buy me a kitchen. Right,
buy me a kitchen.
Boom, got a kitchen.
So that's how that came about. So the second floor is Fat Friend, Skinny Friend. Shout out to my partner, Nikki. The concept of Fat Friend, Skinny Friend, of course, is we do American comfort food with a vegan alternative. So whatever the Fat Friend gets, the Skinny Friend can get. Okay?
Lord have mercy. That's what you call marketing and thinking, too.
It's cool, right? It's cool.
I got to actually ask you, though, about Location Chicago and the location in general. Fulton Market. That's not predominantly an area where you see a lot of black-owned businesses. So first and foremost, when did Location Chicago come about, and what made you all choose that specific location?
Well, really, to be all honest, it kind of just fell in our laps in regards to finding the space, because we weren't even really location scouting, no pun intended. We were not location scouting. We were not looking to even start another business. It came about as an opportunity, and because everybody from Don't Do Coke works in this building. The third floor is also AXM Studio. Shout out to the brother Adam. That's my bro. That is a full-fledged photography studio. So on the third floor, you can go have a photo shoot or use the space secondary as another lounge area. But anyhow, so we never were looking for a space. It kind of just came about. All of us have the financial means to be able to, do as we please. So instead of fucking out, instead of just...
No, let your rocks
cool.
off.
Instead of fucking out $50,000 on us going to vacation, because we go everywhere. I know everybody be seeing, like, when we moved, one thing about Don't Do Coke is, like, we really be spending our own money. When we put these productions on, we really spending our own money. So this year we didn't do camp. Niggas was like, hey, let's go buy a place for us to work at. Boom, and there it is. So that's what we did.
And so y'all got like a warehouse?
It's not necessarily a warehouse, but yes,
that's cool.
You can say that.
So
it's
what
cool.
sparked the brain to do something like a Soho? Like, what was the conversation to be like, we should have our own shit?
Like,
well, literally,
because
we do mingle in for one, I'm that black person that, like, I'm anti kicking it in where I grew up at right. This point. Not anti, but like, I want to become more cultured in diverse culture and not just what I'm used to. So when I go out for lunch, it might be in Fulton Market. Like, me and my guy go anywhere in the city. I tell people all the time, Chicago is such a big city. It's beyond the South Side. It's beyond over East. It's beyond out West. It's beyond them South suburbs. And South suburbs get it bad because they got that SOS. I call it stuck on Sibley syndrome. Okay? That happens. But anywho, that's what I was saying. I'm one of those black people that venture out. A lot of the times when we spending money, like we just went to, Maple and Ash and had like a $1,200 bill. You know what I mean? We used to spending this type of money, but when you're in these places again, do you feel comfortable? Do you always feel as welcome? Regardless of how well the service may be, at the end of the day, when it's kind of like,
they just want your money. They don't care for
you. You feel me? You can feel that in the air.
Like
you can feel that in the atmosphere. You know what I mean? And sometimes it does not matter how much money you spending or where you at or what your name is. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we live in Chicago. It's one of the most segregated cities in the nation. So I wanted to have that feel of like professionalism. Okay? I wanted to have a feel of like a place that integrity is just upheld. Because a lot of the times we go to places that's like black-owned business and it's just like, oh, put the music on, get the lights, and now it's a spot. We hosting parties every weekend. That ain't what we doing. You feel me?
Facts.
That's not what we doing. I wanted to have a place that is selective membership wise. You know what I'm saying? So we don't let anybody come in. So that when you are a member, when you come in to network, you will be able to network with people that are in like-minded. Other creatives, people that are looking to venture off into business. You might walk in and have a conversation with somebody who may be looking to invest $70,000 behind you. You feel me? I don't want people that's coming in here to linger because, this where y'all shoot videos, bro. No, we don't. We don't even allow people to record music videos, interviews, none of that in this space because I want to keep quality assurance.
Exclusive.
Now,
you feel me?
We're keeping it private. We're keeping it private and exclusive. Like, how do you all go about memberships? So membership is member referral required. So you need a referral from a current member and or Don't Do Coke. Like, all y'all know me. All y'all know how to get in contact with me. Everybody in Chicago knows how to get in contact with me. Like, none of my social media is private. We're here. Like, just like how when y'all see us out there, we doing the show and y'all know how to get in my DMs and be like, hey, how can I get on stage? Same way as how you ask for membership.
That part.
What you was going to say, sis, before we get into
the
break?
So, one thing I wanted to ask was about the community specifically, because since Fulton Market is not of like people of us, it has the community embraced you and your space being there? Because
absolutely.
Really?
I thought you was going to say absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say this. When we first moved over there, right? Here's the funny part. When we first moved over there, had little white kids want to play this. And it was crazy about little white kids in there, like the teenagers or whatever. They love black people so much. but they want to be these assholes. Like, it's just in them. I don't know what it is, right? So you got little white kids that love Travis Scott, that'll pay hundreds and thousands to go to his concert and sing and rap out, but then gonna come behind my building and spray paint white power, and then come back 30 minutes and then draw over it like smiley faces and shit like that. That was the little shit that we was dealing with kids. But when their parents saw how we were moving, now they inviting us to the alderman's office. Now they want to come meet us. Oh, we want to come in and see what's going on. Oh, this is dope. This is cool. We didn't know that younger people were into this stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say that the community is more so welcoming because they want to see more prosperous things as well. They want to see younger black people that are not the stereotypical Chicago as well.
That's dope as hell, man. I'm happy to hear that because I thought you was show for to say they did not embrace
like we right in look in our little neighborhood right now. I have yet to meet anybody that was not welcoming. Even with them little kids, like, that came and spray painted. Once they saw, like, oh, they cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that now they want to come see what's to it. Now they want to come be involved. Zay was out shooting from the block Chicago. Low-key, we shoot it at our spot. Okay? And all the white people coming past wanting to see what's going on. They come and taking pictures with the rappers. Don't even know who the fuck they are. You know what I mean? That's how it is. And they encourage us to to feel welcome. Type. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does.
But like the little spot on the corner held a private festival for the block. It's real mob oriented in that area. Also, is the Grand Avenue Crew. If any of y'all follow mob stories, but. Yeah. The cast that was based from the movie Casino grew up on that block. That is where they're from, the original Grand Avenue Crew. So it's a lot of that ties back into our name also. The building is called Location because it's speakeasy themed. We were told, rumor has it, that the particular building that we're in was a spot where Capone would use to have wine barrels and shit during Prohibition. So we kind of kept that theme. Whenever y'all come, the door's in the alley. I'm going to just... y'all that one.
Hey,
not you need the password to get in.
You need
that secret knock on the door and they go slide it over.
Yeah, we getting our what you call it, Hollow Knights on back there for sure. Might get shot in the pinky toe.
That's lit. The iLLANOiZE app is available now on Apple and Google Play Store. Download the app, get the latest news, stream our podcasts, watch interviews, and listen to iLLANOiZE Radio live. Download the app right now.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl Pretty Riot, and I'm sitting pretty starting riots right here on iLLANOiZE Radio. I got my brother Biko, I got my brother Jones, and we got my girl Chimeka in the building. Give it up. Well, I'm saying give it up like we on stage. I'm already in
Jones, I can't mock you, brother. How you got to hit her with the...
Oh, no, man. That's only in the beginning.
Damn,
that's only in the beginning. That's
wow.
You only get it.
You're a terrible soundboard. The button don't even work.
You're not supposed to hit the button only once, man. You only hit the button but once.
I'm gonna record.
Oh, you do it with
yeah.
That's hard. I used to be a really, really, really big Scooby-Doo fan. Scooby-Doo just anything.
My son was Scrappy Doo.
Really?
Yeah, they had
that's cute.
It might be like worth the money.
One day. I tried to get the collective, but they stopped doing it. As soon as I graduated, I went back the next day. They stopped. They had stopped doing it.
That's me. Somebody kept them bitches at McDonald's.
Phone them, gave them to their kids. Bro.
Thieves.
Well, they know what's to it.
Okay. That just threw me off. They was talking about a bobblehead.
I'm sorry, guys.
This family up here, man.
No, I know, but I'm like, it was so, I didn't want to interrupt because it was so genuine. That was such a genuine interaction. So, on the break, we talked about a lot over the break.
We did.
Okay, so one thing I do want to talk about that we did talk about over the break is something that we touched on with you saying how the Fulton Market community embraced you. What is some advice that you would give to other like black entrepreneurs that may be looking to open up any type of social environment in Chicago, like just so that it can be successful? Because I do want to see more black-owned social spots for people of our kind, because I think we deserve that. So if you could give them any advice from running a successful social spot, I think that's the best thing I can call it right now. Yeah, what would you say to them?
So I'm gonna just lay it out flat and put everybody in a bunch. Let's go ahead and put everybody in a bunch. One of my biggest pet peeves with small black-owned businesses or whatever is that we tend to have a great idea and just jump for it. The problem with doing that is we skip a lot of the small steps in between. So one of the biggest things, like once we did find our spot, I started to study the neighborhood. I wanted to know the other businesses that were around. I wanted to know how many public transportation routes we had. I wanted to know how often did the police make stops in our neighborhood. Like, I wanted to study this neighborhood so well that I understood the type of person that will come in and out of these doors. I wanted to figure out, how can we be put in an area that isn't thought to be so welcoming, right? And make them feel as if they want to embrace us. You feel me? Like, because a lot of the times as Black-owned businesses, when we do come in these little white neighborhoods, and it's immediately shunned. And that's based on how people, the assumptions of behavior. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They assume by certain behaviors that means this. We were just talking about a particular somebody off air, and my comment was, well, they in there clapping cheeks.
Yeah.
A certain behavior, you feel me, will trigger somebody's assumption of you. And of course, like, is that racist? Yes. But we live in a world where racism is standard living in our country. So you be naive as a Black owner not to do research on where you are for that reason. So that's one of my biggest pieces of advice. Know where you are. Like, and that's one of the steps is in establishing business anyway. You're supposed to, like, find your competitors in the neighborhood and how many people come through. Do you have walking traffic? All of this, right? But we don't do that, which is why you end up having a lot of Black-owned business that may have a location that isn't the nicest, but they got the deal on the rent. They got a good idea, and they were able to just get in there. And then it doesn't succeed in the next 6 months.
Yeah. Hey, y'all heard her. But get your act together and
dropping knowledge.
Do better.
Yeah.
On the real.
Do your due diligence and do your work.
Because a lot of people won't even think like that to check to see the public transportation routes, to see how many times the police make stops. You know what I mean?
You know why I did that? Because I want to know, right? Like, okay, you gotta think of it from a marketing aspect, or let's talk about festivals. Because
that's what I was going to transition.
I know you were, so I'm going to wing it to you. Right? Let's talk about festivals. When you throw a festival, you have to know your demographic, right? You have to know your demographic, because these people now, to behavior patterns with the demographic, you know it's common that they may do X, Y, Z. When it comes down to location, right? Let's say, for example, there's a festival going on. I know on my scheduled calendar, event calendar, what was it this year? Not Lollapalooza.
Summer
What was
Smash.
Not Summer Smash. They were close by us too, near in Douglas Park. There was one on Ogden. It was a festival right there.
Was it Riot?
Riot Fest. There you go. Now, me marketing, boom, knowing my location. We have about 3 different public transportation spots within 1 block walking distance from my building. I know that many people are coming off the train going to this place afterwards, so I'm going to throw a party that night and have an open house so that all these kids flushing through the neighborhood can come through here. That's how you read, you know what I mean? It's like knowing how to herd cattle.
Yeah.
Damn, girl. Ooh, wee. I mean, speaking on festival, you know, Don't Do Coke presents Camp Smokey Bear. Now, you know, of course, the pandemic messed up a lot of things for a lot of people. But I would say it didn't mess things up for you all, because y'all took that. Well, wait, hear me out. It probably did, but hear me out. I heard you earlier say instead of Camp Smokey Bear, because y'all couldn't put it together, you all created Location Chicago.
We did.
So some good came out of it. But I mean, I want to know, you know, with the pandemic hitting and kind of like putting things, I'm gonna say at a halt, will Camp Smokey Bear return?
First answer is yes. Yes, it will return. Did the pandemic mess us up? Yes, it did. Our return initially was supposed to have been 2020. Okay. COVID hit 2020. That spring, it was like we were in the beginning of boom, full-fledged, everybody going to house. Okay. The following year, 2021, this past summer, COVID hit us again. We had low-key partnered in with the Hyde Park Summerfest this year. They had given us about a quarter of the festival to do a full-on immersive production. We were going to do a small demo of Camp Smokey Beer within the Hyde Park Brew Festival.
You said Hyde Park Brew Festival?
I'm sorry, it's not the Hyde Park Brew Festival. It used to be the Hyde Park Brew Festival. They changed the name to the Hyde Park Summer
I just wanted to make sure I was hearing you correct.
Same thing, different name.
Gotcha.
All right. They had updated this past summer to the Hyde Park Summer Festival. So we were going to go super big this year in regards to the traffic because, for one, like, I think Camp Smokey Bear, we maxed out at about 15,000 people. Okay? The Hyde Park Summerfest does about 50,000 to 60,000 per day. Okay, so we planned on doing so much bigger this year in regards to festivals. You know, just coming in collaborating with them, because those, like, everybody in Hyde Park really, I like, those are my big homies. The well established, like, older black people, like the ones that's like 15, 10, maybe 12 years older than us. Like the Jonathan Swains, the guy who owns Ken Bar Beverage Shop. That's the big dog. He was putting a lot into it this summer. You had, even Joe Freshgoods was doing a pop-up. He was coming out, collaborating this summer. He was coming. Leaders was out this summer. No, it was going to be, like, extra big, like, for the culture. So that was kind of like, I was really salty. I was really salty that didn't happen. Because I felt like it would have helped us. It would have helped us as a standalone festival so much more.
Yeah, independent.
So much more, yeah. And yeah, so the ball was dropped because of COVID.
I mean, let's not say the ball was dropped because it's
this
still
year,
this year. Because I'm finna say it's still room for opportunity. Because look, you just partnered with Hyde Park, like, so. I feel like it's still definitely some room.
Yeah, we had some fun stuff lined up for that.
You think it's going to at least take place 2022? Because I feel like pandemic is starting to level out.
That will be determined. So of course with camp, it takes us about 6 months for preparation. So normally we start off around January. We're like getting everything situated, figuring out the logistics of everything, finding the location, all of that. So I would say in these next couple of months will be our final, like, yay or nay, if we gonna go ahead and go forward. Are we able to? Yes, but right now we still have location on our shoulders, which is still a baby. It's not even fully open publicly yet. So that's kind of like, that's my main focus right now. Will camp come back? Yes. Do we have the means to do so? Yes. Do I want to? Yes. Let me say this too. I went on a rant this summer because I seen so many people getting at we hosting festivals this year. I low-key went off on somebody. I ain't even going to go there. But there was a festival that mirrored our entire campaign, and the particular people through this festival, I had given them our event decks. I wanted them to come on board with us, helping us with camp. This is what pisses me off about Chicago. I extended that open hand to a couple of people. Instead of them saying, yeah, I'm going to rock out, they getting that, oh, I could do that too. That's why the city don't get nowhere.
How did that make you feel, though?
Piss me off. Clean, piss me off.
What could possibly clean that matter up?
Come help us. Instead of trying to do your own thing, because I let it happen, I heard that they ain't even have water out there. I'm going to just say that. Anywho, I know what I'm doing. Let me do this. If you're a good team player, be a team player and come help, because I'm all for pushing this culture. I'm all for advancing this little music industry of ours that we're trying to cultivate. Same thing with Zay. I'm going to look this in the camera. To all of you niggas out there that continuously think it's a good idea to copy this concept of From the Block, stop it. Why? Because that is a Chicago-based platform. That is a Chicago-based videographer, director, whatever you want to call it. His entire staff is Chicago-based. Why are you snatching the rug from somebody that has a good... This man is in the front of the race holding the torch right now. We should all be pushing him to get through that door, so when he gets through, he can hold the bitch open and let all us in. Stop doing that. I'm sorry.
Look, you the Shaggy good.
Hey, Shaggy,
it pisses me off, because like it happened with the festival thing. Why y'all not coming to help? But we have a really good thing going.
Do you feel like in Chicago, especially like any platform, everybody wants to be in the front, that don't nobody ever be like, let's just get behind this?
Unfortunately, it's the internet. I blame the internet. The internet gave everybody an extra ego. Those who are already egotistical have been pushed forward so much. You feel me? Because this thing called clout, and because this thing called the internet, where you can direct perspective. You feel me? You get to choose if you rich, and tell those people you get to pick if those people want to believe that you rich based on what you show them.
For sure.
So now we have a whole bunch of people who have been labeled as leaders, who have been labeled as gatekeepers, who have been labeled as big homies, who have been labeled as big dogs. You feel me? That are not that. And unfortunately, if a person like me comes to them and tell them, hey, I want you on my team. I want you to be on my team. Their ego has been set so high, they can't come off that high horse because all the shorty just following them gonna be like, damn, the boss just took a job. That's what's wrong with Chicago. It's a handful of us that want to make shit happen. But guess what?
That's crazy.
Majority of the motherfuckers that's making shit happen have moved on because, like me, right now, I run into walls. And I'm here fighting every day to be like, hey, I'm really here for the culture. I'm really trying to help people. And I constantly get shit on. Constantly.
What make you keep going, though?
Because I'm a tourist.
She gonna bulldoze her way through some shit.
Period, point blank.
But you need that energy,
I'm an only
though.
child. You gonna give me what the fuck I want. That's just it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never had, like, put it this way. You can't tell me no. If it's something that I want, if it's something that, like, especially with, and because I have confidence that's built behind a team of people that really feel so strongly the same way I do. Passionate the same way I am. Don't do coke. Okay, yeah, we're a collective of homies at the end of the day, but you know why they my friends? Nigga, I didn't meet these people until I was post 25. You feel me? Too old to be making friends. These are my people because we are like-minded people. I keep individuals around me that are going to encourage and be effective.
Pause. Okay, so this is, you know how you just said you keep like-minded people around you. Do you feel as though, like, a lot of, I guess, the tension or the friction may come from the fact that simply that everybody's not like-minded? So, like, while, you know, like, two people could have a similar idea, and while it would make sense to collaborate, the collaboration doesn't work because we not like-minded. So, like, what, you get what I'm saying? So, like, what do you say to that?
When I mean like-minded, don't misconstrue this. When I mean like-minded, it's simply we're on the same conscious level.
Okay.
You're no longer chasing the shiny shit.
Right.
Because I'm not neither. You feel me? The shiny shit ain't what's going to get you there. That's what I mean, like-minded. Mm-hmm. We looking for a bigger goal. I'm not here to entertain the camera or say some false shit, so when these mics go off, I can't stand on that.
Right. The
people that I'm around, when they capping off about that, yeah, I got 100,000 on me right now. They have that on them right now. You feel me? Or if I got people that saying, oh, we finna go bust a move, we finna go open this account, we finna go do this, we finna go, let's make a deposit on this build and let's go do this. Okay, the whole team going to Atlanta. We're going to Bass Sprinter. Let's go. We're doing that. You feel me? Like, and the people around me got that understanding. When I used to tell people, so we have brainstorm. Don't do coke. We do this. We have little meetings where we brainstorm. The rule is put it on the paper. If it's a thought, put it on the paper. If anybody in this room has the nerve to say no to the ideas that's going on the paper, get the fuck out right now, because you are putting that much. What the Bible say about size of a mustard seed, faith to what? Okay, so if it takes that much of faith to make some shit happen positively, how much negative energy will it take to destroy some shit?
Mm-hmm. Speak on it.
You feel me? So that's how we run. All my people are encouraging and effective. Okay, if I drop the ball, one of them gonna pick it up and shoot it. That's how that goes.
Make sure to check out the iLLANOiZE playlist, in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist, as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Yo, what's good? It's the one and only iLLANOiZE Jones, and right now you're tuned in to the dopest thing to hit the street since crack cocaine. And you know we got our homegirl in the building, our family, something like a cousin to iLLANOiZE. We got Chimeka in the building, y'all. What's poppin', cousin?
Nothing much. Nothing much.
You so calm today,
cool,
like
I'm trying to keep it clear.
because I know in the comments they was like, "Yo, this is gonna be lit."
Nah, look, I'm trying to mind my business. God has been blessing me lately. I'm trying to keep my tallies on the positive.
Because look, man, now we here and we talking. You feel me? Because I remember when the pandemic first kicked off, Clubhouse was popping. I would be in them rooms with y'all, and I would hear you. I'm like, they done gave this girl the mic.
I used to be going
They done gave her the platform to talk her shit, and you was talking your shit. I wanted to know, like, what was, because I know you was on Clubhouse a lot, doing a lot of rooms, being a, what do they call it?
They would be making me mods. Like, I never used to be like, oh, give me green bean.
Give me the green
ass.
bean.
Right, no.
Like, what was the benefit? Like, how did Clubhouse help you? Did it help you in any type of way?
Did it help me? I don't know if I want to say it helped me any. I met a lot of new people. I guess, yeah, just on the networking side, yeah. I met a couple of people, got into with some DJs and different shit like that. But, like, for real, has it helped me? No. Why? Because people have abused it. It's no longer about networking. It's just a big-ass chat line. It's drama. Like, yeah, like, I go on there now, like, I'm listening to the radio, literally, to hear people talk about their baby daddies and shit like that. So.
Are you still good on there?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, for real. I be seeing her.
I be jumping in there. She be on there all the time. I be like,
it's kind of
with the notifications. I go straight to her room every time.
And it always be some goofy shit.
It always be some silly shit going on. You be on that bitch early or late. It either be real early or real late.
Because in the morning I catch my affirmation room, and then once I get my affirmations for the day, the timeline just
not
be
you
messed.
In the Grand Rising Queen room.
No, not Grand Rising Queens. Not Grand Rising Queens, but I mean, I'm gonna get my positivity how I get it, and I like collective positivity.
I was on there recently though, and I had got tagged in with when they had academics in that room. I was in that conversation with Mikey Jet. Shout out to Mikey. He's a big dog on Clubhouse representing Chicago. But that was a very interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Were you in there?
We was on the stage, yeah.
Right, you wasn't there that day. I was going off that day.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm going to let her.
I was going off that day about, they was asking, like, how can academics ever reconcile his relationship with Chicago, considering that. Yeah, I said to them, this was my response to him and his people, because he was sitting in somebody's crib. It was what it was type shit. Like, he wasn't on there.
He wasn't on the stage.
But he was there.
He was in the room.
I pretty much told him, like, look, you done did enough, spilled enough blood, you've created enough havoc, you've gassed enough fuel to the fire. That it's to the point where you now have a platform and you built an entire career that started off of this shit. You know what I mean? It started in Chicago. Started with you pretty much pushing bullshit. You changed the way hip hop media is created, because now I was explaining there, we know the people in the background because of niggas like academics. When I say that, I mean, like, yeah, we would know. Like, for example, we knew who Biggie was. But we didn't know who Biggie drug dealer ass cousin was in the backgrounds of the pictures with him. But now we do, because Lil Shoot 'Em Up is getting a whole interview for being Woo Woo's homie.
Yeah, that's the crazy shit. Yeah.
Academics made that type of media. So I told him, like, bro, use your platform now. Help Chicago. We have so much diverse music. It's not only drill. How do you think we got niggas like Chance? We got niggas like Vic Mensa. There are plenty of other Chance, the rappers in Chicago. There are plenty of other no-name gypsies. There are plenty of other, like your Brittany Carters. You know, all these girls that really rap that we'll never hear, or all these talented-ass kids. Even with, like, the West Side movement doing bop music and all of that. Like, people ignore that. People ignore the fun side of Chicago because it's focused on one thing. And if academics had focused on another something, he very well may be able to help us again. You know what I'm saying? Resurge that type of...
How do you feel about, like, outside bloggers and other outside platforms speaking on Chicago culture that never been or stepped foot or lived in Chicago?
Everybody is welcome to an opinion. I'm going to say that. Is it valid is the thing. People need to understand validity is, like, very important. Sometimes a person can be talking out their ass. But in that moment, it's like, again, the internet fucked that up. The internet gave people... The internet made it to whereas a certain particular name is right regardless. It doesn't matter if they know what they're talking about. We had a whole president that because he's the president, we watched him make terrible decisions and publicly lie. However, the internet has made it to whereas he was the fucking president. Like, so people outside journalists are going to have their opinions. It depends on who it is whether the masses are going to run for it. It's our jobs in Chicago to always start to push the real shit. Mm-hmm. We have to stop focusing on, like I said this before, you will never see a nigga on stage at Camp Smokey Bell getting that rah-rah. No, you won't. Because it's so many other talented kids that I'm going to focus on. As soon as you gangbang, you out the door. When we have a big, we filter all the music that comes through, whatever the platform is. As soon as you start gangbanging, name dropping BDGD, ABCD, EFG, HIJK, whatever, we cutting it. I'm not entertaining that no more.
No.
I feel you.
As you shouldn't. Y'all, nobody should really.
At all. I mean,
leave the streets in the streets.
Leave it in the streets, and that's why we don't entertain it neither. If you peep now,
I think it's just time for a new wave, man. We it's other shit we can focus on in the city, and there's so much talent.
Now I want to actually transition to your music. Sexy, you drop Crazy, you drop Cool, and then you finally release Sexy to complete the series. But you did it privately, like secretly. Why?
Because people don't appreciate me. So the fun.
You feel that? You really feel that way? Why do you feel that way?
How many girls do you hear on the radio that are rapping? For real? How many girls on the radio do you hear that are making actual music that has body to it? And it's not just some falsetto ass me like auto-tuning it out. Like,
but you can say the same shit about niggas though too.
Yeah, but
no
that's not
but
the
she's
truth.
saying like at the end of the day they're getting played.
Right, they get that recognition. You do not like females in hip hop. We are in a weird position right now because we are not able to advance past the age of 24. All of our popular music is for girls that are about 24 years old. Do you walk around drinking and getting fucked up every day? Are you worried about texting about 5 niggas every day getting flued out and shit like that?
I got bills to pay.
Okay, right. Because it's a group of us that are actually regular women that live, and we want to hear some dope music too, shit. And I'm not always trying to clap ass cheeks. So it's like they don't allow us that.
Damn, you just made a great fucking point. And and even how you just said 24, like, I just feel like sometimes it's a little younger than that.
Yeah,
like, I feel like it's like a very like preteen ass, TikTok ass.
You know who I blame for this?
The internet.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Ever since Hov said 30's the new 20, the fucking black community has like retracted. I mean,
because
like,
people think 30 is old.
Yeah,
and that's what's so crazy. Because I just had that conversation
act immature as fuck.
Yeah. That's crazy because me and my friends were just talking about like we nearing 30.
Like, think about this, right?
30 sound lit to me though.
30 is
like from my surroundings.
It's your 20s, but you're not poor. Like, think about that.
But the thing, I don't know, G.
Bro.
I don't know, because you got, I don't know.
Bro, you can go on vacation right now. When you was 20, you barely could put gas in your tank.
Shit. Facts.
That's traveling. You feel me? That's growth.
You just said growth.
But I don't think it's whole fault, though. I ain't saying
this whole solely.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That 30 is the new 20.
Let me give you another perspective. Grandparents, granddaddies. Let's talk about granddaddies. When we was kids, had you ever known a granddaddy that was an attractive guy? Like for real, like.
What you mean?
Like,
cause like my granddaddy,
like Ronald Isley,
not handsome, but I'm talking about granddaddies. Like damn, granddaddy,
cause they young as hell now. Like granddaddies just like
carry themselves so much younger, bro. And it's the same thing with older women though.
Everybody's trying to
look
be
at
younger.
all the basketball moms now compared to in the 90s that look like moms with fanny packs and shit like that. Like, now bitches is stacked when they 40 getting their bodies done, and it's retarded. Like, that's
the part I don't
get. The age, because Hov has told everybody 30 the new 20. So technically when you 30, you in your 20s type shit. So by the time you 40, you just getting your act together.
So you pretty much feel like, you know, your music is not really catering, I guess, to the right audience now that the new generation is
My
involved.
music is made for the people that are not like going out there looking for the extra shit. They want to hear some like, I can relate to this. I enjoy music. I'm finna put this on and clean up, and then it's gonna repeat itself, and I wouldn't mind it repeating itself. Type shit. Like, I was going for the way you felt when you actually played TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool, or the way you felt when you heard Usher Confessions, you feel me? Or there's certain CDs, fucking Destiny's Child cater to you. Certain CDs you could put on that was just like you didn't even realize you was listening to it because it was like breathing air. It was that easy. It was that receptible. Like that's the music that I wanted to put out, and I didn't break my neck trying to go find fans, or like the people who knew it was out were anticipating it and they appreciated it. They went and they got it, and that was that. And I enjoyed it.
Is your passion for creating music still
there?
It's still there.
I still record.
That was on the real. I wanted to know if we were, with this series.
If I had some time, I was finna rap for you because you told me to send you a BL, but I ain't got time because I'm finna have to shoot out because I go to this Bulls game.
Hey, look.
But I was going to rap for you. I'll come back just to rap for y'all.
Let's do that.
Next week.
That's what we
I'll come
gonna
back
do.
just to rap for y'all. No bullshit because I was late today, and I will do that. I swear to God.
Look, y'all heard it because I say, and
He
that's
did.
when you brought up the old word too.
What?
In the text, you was like, "Man, I feel old."
Yeah, it does make me feel old because I rap for real, and it be making me feel old. Because if somebody was to walk in here, they'd be like, look at this bitch over here rapping.
You spin them bars. That's all that matters.
Make me feel.
You spin them
Bro,
bars.
It's all good though. I do this shit
Well,
because I love it. I love hip hop. That's why I do it. That's just it.
I know you got to wrap it on up. We got to wrap it on up as well. But let's talk about what's next for Don't Do Coke. And I'm going to jump into some more music to end things off.
Don't Do Coke right now is focusing on location Chicago. We are focusing on running a couple of open house events. Again, I'm serious about chopping it up with y'all to possibly do a private after set. Okay, so what y'all doing around 12? 11?
No, we in early. I'm
Two.
old.
Yeah, we old.
Right,
we old.
So we how y'all a little 2-hour after set, you know what I'm saying? However you want to do that at night. That's Monday night, we kick it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to do that?
Definitely check out the spot.
For sure.
Definitely.
For sure. I promise you, that's real. I'm not lying. I don't lie.
Let people
Sometimes,
know.
but
What's next for you as an artist?
Next for me as an artist, low key, I am working on some rapidy rap because that's what my body feels like. Like I had been feeling like doing the melodic stuff before, but ever since I've been getting like gassed up in the head, my people been gassing me about rapping, so I've been rapping. I just did Zay's From the Block performance. Y'all go check that out. I was just rapping, floating on that one. I'm doing him again. Paul's doing him again. I'll be recording with him again in December when he comes back to the crib. And if y'all trying to rock out, make sure y'all hit up Zay because it's important that we support bro. If you
hey, we need Zay here in that seat.
Look, on the real. So
Get me up.
Zay, we're trying to. Yeah,
we've been trying
I
to say.
promise y'all what I tell bro. If you watching this Zay, I'm sorry.
He gonna
but I'm
hit
telling
this.
them, bro.
He getting tagged in this.
Sorry,
But
you
yeah.
gotta come.
Definitely. But also, before we get up out of here, let people know how they can get in tune with you, how they can follow you, because your Twitter's no more.
My Twitter's no more, but Don't Do Coke. Don't Do Coke Crew on Twitter is where I'm at. R.I.P. Might be they nipped me in the bud.
They stay getting you up out of them.
Girl,
Yeah.
this the same page. It's restricted. It's not even deleted. Like I can still sign in, but y'all can't see me.
Oh, that
damn.
sucks.
Oh, they
Right?
They shadow banned you like they did
They
Ye.
trumped that. Well, they didn't even trump you. They gave you so much worse.
They got me up out of there.
Yeah.
But y'all can follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm at normally. Chimeka_. You can follow all of my children that are in my bio as well. Fat Friend, Skinny Friend, Location.Chicago, and Don't Do Coke Crew. Okay.